Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time. How you doing? It's been a little while again. I'm really enjoying my summer vacation here. I hope you guys are as well. Season's coming up quick. Football, we're into preseason. Been watching some great NFL preseason games to start it off. So we're going to be doing some power rankings for the NFL. That's going to start up soon, and before you know it, we're going to be doing power rankings for the NHL. We'll be right back into full swing before you even know it. I was watching some videos, and there's a guy that's he's definitely been a lot of an inspiration to me on this YouTube channel. His name's Neil. He's got a channel called Post Productions, and he did a video very similar to this where he chose his favorite logos of all time for each team. I thought, what a great idea. I'm going to do that as well. So we're going to do this in alphabetical order. We're going to start off with the Anaheim Ducks, and no surprise here. From when I grew up and watching the movies, I love the original Anaheim Ducks logo. The web foot is okay. I'm not going to slag their current logo by any means, but just preference to the old one. Really love it. Gonna go through these kind of quick, because if I spend over a minute each, there's 32 teams. This is gonna be like over a half an hour video. We don't want that. We want something quick and entertaining for you guys. So we're gonna roll through these pretty quickly, just give you an outline of my opinions on them and why I think this is the best logo for each. The Kachina, of course, again, the original logo for the Phoenix Coyotes. This is the Arizona Coyotes, sorry about that. This is their current iteration. They've changed the colors and stuff a little bit over the time, but I love the Kachina. Boston Bruins. The B is great, but it's a little boring all the time. It's their logo that they use all the time, so I really like this shoulder patch. This is my favorite of their logos. It's got one of the best looking bears in all of sports. It's really hard to make a good looking bear on a logo, so that's the one I'm giving for the Bruins. The Sabres. It's funny, because when the Sabres were using this jersey, I was like, man, I wish they'd go back to that, the blue and gold with the Sabres in front of the Buffalo. I thought, hey, that was the awesome logo. After this went away, I missed it. And I'm like, man, this is the best logo, I think. I've always loved this one since its departure. It's definitely better than the Buffalo Slug. I don't think anyone's going to argue the Buffalo Slug's better than this one, but that is my favorite. As for the Calgary Flames, also not a lot to choose from, as their logo has stayed the same most of the time, but my favorite is the black. The Black Sea, you don't see it very often. They've only done it, I believe, for 2 seasons, but that is my favorite iteration of the Flaming Sea. Carolina Hurricanes, again, not a huge amount of logo selection to go through. There's one of these with a single flag. I guess that was incorrect. 2 flags means hurricane, 1 flag meant something else. So they corrected the logo. This is great. I love it. The hockey stick, just great logo. My favorite probably is the Hartford Whalers for them, but I mean that's a different video altogether. But I definitely love it. Chicago Blackhawks. Man, this is one of the best logos in all of sports, and I'm not going to go into too much of it because I don't want to be stepping on any toes or anything, offending anyone in any way. But I think this is beautiful. I think of a heritage, and I don't think of anything negative about it. So I hope that is other people's opinions too, but great logo, great art, great colors. Colorado Avalanche. I think I'm in the majority in this one. I think a lot of people really love this state kind of logo where it's got the Colorado, it's got the mountains, it's got everything you need, and the maroon, it sticks out nicely. So this is my favorite Avs logo. The Columbus Blue Jackets. Gotta love the cannon. I do love the cannon. And they got a couple different colors of the cannon. I just like this kind of steel gray. Looks the most realistic. They've had some weirder logos. I mean, they did have that old bee in the old days. The Columbus Blue Jacket was actually a bee wearing the blue jackets of the state the states in the army there. So, crazy. Dallas Stars. Again, a team with a spicy history. Mooterus is not going up here as my favorite logo of all time. But I do like this one. It's the simple. It does have word mark. I'm not usually a huge fan of word mark. It does say Dallas Stars around the outside, but good logo, good colors, nice and clean. Detroit Red Wings. What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do with the Detroit Red Wings? They really only have one logo. They have slight changes. If you look back far enough, the wheel is slightly different, the wing is slightly different, but that's what you're going to go. Edmonton Oilers. Again, I love this orange. They've gone through a couple different types of orange as the background. I really love the orange that they're currently using. It is bright, it is bold, it is in your face, and that's what I like. Florida Panthers, again, a team that doesn't have a huge amount of logo options. The newer one is a more realistic panther, but it's just a little more plain. I also like this one better. There's another version of this where the Panther is holding a hockey stick and snapping it in half. Not a huge fan of that one as much, just the old original Panthers. Again, I might just be showing my age that I like all the original and older logos. Let me know in the comments below, though, what your favorite logos are. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Again, the Kings. This is the Kings when Gretzky went. They were purple and gold before. They've tried some different iterations. Like right now, they just have the letters LA above the crown. Kind of boring. This to me again, it's the old days back in the 90s. A lot of the rappers, a lot of people. This is what they were wearing, and it had a lot of street cred because of it. And that's what it reminds me of, and that's what I love. Minnesota Wild. Not a lot of choices on this logo either, so we'll get through this one pretty quickly. But again, nice colors. It's got the moon, the trees, the star, and then it's also a bear. Lots of good things. Montreal Canadiens also not changing throughout the years, but this is my favorite of the blues. They've gone through many blues throughout the seasons. I believe this was back, I want to say in the 90s, 94, 95-ish, that they used this kind of brighter blue, whereas they use more of a navy blue most of the time. And just for the difference, that it was slightly different, I chose it. Believe me, when you're looking at a whole page of Montreal Canadiens logos, it's really tough to tell which one you like the best. Nashville Predators, again, we're going with the original. In the newer one, they've kind of changed the colors. They don't have that orange in there anymore. The steel looks a little different. I just like the orange accents. I think it really adds a lot to the logo, and I do like it. If you're wondering, I do have the logos just off the side of the screen here, so if you see my eyes jotting over there quite often, that is so that I can look at the logos as I'm talking about them and describing why I like them or not. New Jersey, I'm going to be the outlier here. They only have really two. There's this one, and then there's the same one that's this with the black outline. I know, the Christmas colors. People don't like the Christmas colors, but I do. I love the New Jersey Devils. I love their jerseys where they're wearing the red and green trim. Like, it's awesome. Love it. Gonna be out on left field with that one, and probably this one. I know most people do not like the Highlander fish stick guy. I love this logo. The way he looks so angry, he's got the fishing rod, or the hockey stick instead of the fishing rod. I love this logo. It's outside the box. It's something totally different. So yeah, it gets my vote. Favorite New York Islanders logo. And for the Rangers, I mean, it's got to be Lady Liberty. All the rest of their logos are mainly just the shield with the word across it. They have one where it's literally just the word diagonally across. This one represents New York the best to me, and I mean, you know what it is right away. Easy peasy. Ottawa Senators, again, this is the original. They've gone back to it. They're using it now. The other one, kind of the Senator was facing forward more, trying to do a 3D thing. I really didn't like that one. So this one was easy for me, the classic good luck. Philadelphia Flyers, we're talking about another team that has really rarely ever changed their logo, so pretty easy decision here. Then we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. I really love this. This is the oldest one. They've gone back to something similar to this now, but I prefer the old one. I know they went after this to the Robo Penguin, and they saw a lot of luck with that, so a lot of people really do like that jersey, but again, me, classic. Love the old Penguin. The San Jose Shark. I love this one. This is the meanest of them all. It's got the orange accents that really kick it to the next level for me. So though all Sharks logos look very similar, this is definitely my favorite. Seattle Kraken. We only got the one, or I mean, if I wanted to use the anchor on the side patch, I guess I could there, but out of the two of those, this is much better. We're going to see a great history, I think, in the future with them getting some good jerseys and logos, but I mean, Season 2 is not the time that we're going to have a lot of selection to choose from. St. Louis Blues, another team, not a lot of selection, but I do like this one compared to the one that has the word mark where it actually says St. Louis at the top of the blue. Preference, I mean, everyone's going to like something different. Tampa Bay Lightning, again, I like the one without the word mark. Again, the one they're using currently, the old one used to say Tampa Bay across the top. I don't know, I just kind of thought it looked cheap. Toronto Maple Leafs, again, we're going back to the classic look. They have a much more realistic leaf now, and it's got some meaning behind it, but to me, I just love the slick, clean lines of the original Toronto Maple Leafs logo. I think it's one of the simplest, cleanest, and most recognizable logos around the world, so that's what's great. And here's another one, I'm probably going to be the only one. The Flying V logo for the Canucks, yes. Not popular, I think, among most Canucks fans. I obviously wasn't a Canucks fan. But when I hated this team the most passionately, they were wearing this jerseys. The McLean, the Burries. And I just love the colors. I think it's a really sharp logo, but I know most people are going to be Lumberjack or Flying V or the hockey stick, something else. Vegas Golden Knights, again, the only jersey they've used, the only logo they've used. Love it though, good colors, love the V at the front. We've talked about that in the video about the logos. Washington Capitals. Here's another one. I'm going to be the strange one that I actually like the Flying Eagle here. I think most people prefer the Capitals with the stick coming out the bottom. They're not great logos either way, but to me, again, seeing Ovechkin the first couple of years wearing this jersey, the full thing, right, with the blue, the gold, black, just good colors, good logo. I like this one. I'm a weirdo. And finally, we're going to be the Winnipeg Jets. And again, the only logo this franchise has used. The former one had some, but I guess that is no longer their property. So we're going to go with just the one logo that they've used, and it's a sharp logo. So why would you change it? Let me know in the comments below which ones I really got wrong, or maybe just your top 5 that you think are your best logos from teams in the past. I always love to comment on any of your comments. Like this video if you did like it. Consider subscribing if not already, and share this thing around, please. I'd love it a lot. Thanks a lot, you guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode.